Hello, it's Wardy Zoo here, and I thought I'd just make a quick video showcasing my runes. I've had a chat with a few people on 1-2, a couple have been watching all my videos, and thank you very much for watching them. Hoping we can just drum a little bit more support, that'd be fun. I do enjoy doing them. It's a little bit more difficult than people think when you're trying to concentrate, fight, and talk at the same times. Trying to get used to it. But yeah, I think I'll be on tomorrow and I'll do siege video tomorrow. A few of my siege battles, and then later in the week, or when we get a guild that isn't farming, I might try a bit of elements, do a bit of like all water, all fire, and guild that. Try and just do a couple of bits that are a bit different than that. So that'll be fun. But yeah, for now, let's get into it, and I'm just going to show through some of my monsters and how they're ruined, and you know how well, I suppose I'm late gamer. Everything I can do, I can compete reasonably high, and I don't really RTA because I haven't got the patience for it. But I'm never online for rush hour because it's 5 AM my time in England, but I could quite comfortably get C2 in that. And in guild we finish 2-3% in that. So yeah, I can compete at G2 just about. So you know, my rune sets are pretty good. And there's people, you know, the top couple of percent are just in a different league. You get them top real OP, top couple of percent of players. They are just in a league of their own. Then there's a lot of us that are just kind of underneath that. We're never going to reach that highest height, them really OP players, but you know, we can compete roughly around the rest of the playing field. Right, okay, so first, here we go. We're going to start off with Julie. Yes, I do use her every single siege war. I have her in a shield wheel cleave that I use with Galleon, and usually a Cum or a Arnold, and I use that against a Susano, Garrow, Orion comp. As you see, she's got very little speed because, as I say, she's shield wheel cleave, so she's not there for speed, she's there for attack and power. So she's simply on Fatal Will, obviously got shield wheel cleave, and she has abundance of attack and enough critical rate. I'd like to see more, but I don't have the runes for it. Rena, I usually just use her in beginning of the week when I'm farming arena. I normally put her in with someone else just so I don't lose to complete knobs. But again, I've got almost 100% resistance on her with 43,000 hit points and over 1,000 defense. She's solid. My Megan, she's swift. She's just swift energy. Just fastest runes I could find really for that I had spare for her. So she's almost 260, just off. She's got good hit point. I use her all the time in arena. I have 2 arena teams that I use quite often. One of them is Psalma with 2 Lushens and Megan. So yeah, I use her quite a lot, and I use her every guild, every siege, and some guild as well. Malaka. I used to use him all the time with Sierra. I used to Sierra Malaka with Chloe, but that's when I used to have a slow Malaka and a slow Sierra and Chloe. So Chloe used to protect them, and then if they had wheel runes, they'd go first, and then I'd hit the bombs in after. But now I use them for speed. I don't actually use Sierra and Malaka together very much at all. Malaka is actually a brilliant unit to use without Sierra. People think they need to detonate the bomb, but you don't. I quite often use Malaka in a 4-star base to take out another Susano, Garrow, Orion team, because again I use him in for Will Shield because he is Fatal Will, and once he gets his bombs off, and then he's also got the defense break and the attack break, and then he's got the 3 hits, so he can deal with Garrows really easily. He's a really good unit. If you haven't got Sierra but you have Malaka, please build. Brilliant unit. And again, I've got his, I mean, he's actually 38. Sometimes I use his accuracy lead, which is 50%. His Fatal Will, I mean, most of my units are Will. Then we have Konomiya, who's I use in my other arena team. So I use Kabila. Konomiya with a Fat Lushen to, you know, try and one-shot stuff. Again, he's about 240. He's on Swift. He used to be on Swift Will, but now he's just on Broken Set. My Theo, got a lot of speed on him. Not so fussed about the critical rate because, you know, he's elemental advantage and he comes with his own 23% lead, so 60% is actually enough. I run him at 20,000 hit points, over 1,000 attack, 212 speed, solid unit, violent revenge. My Galleon, like everybody, we use him everywhere. I use him Siege, I use him Guild, I use him in Giants, you name it. Nice solid build. As long as you're over 50% accuracy, it's fine. I don't believe in 100% accuracy, to be honest. He's just a double fight, actually, which is a really nice little touch to put him on double fight. Can we say it's a speed, crit damage, and hit point, and he's quite well grinded. Yeah, he's a good unit. I don't really use my Stella hardly at all, but I use her in the Beasts sometimes. She's got a lovely brand and that. Again, she's just on Swift Blade. My Zaya, I use her just in R5. Plenty of defense and plenty of attack. She's just a couple of energy, just whatever I have spare when it comes to raids and things like that. I won't use my best sets. Move on. Freshly sixed shilling, not had him before. He's okay. He's Swift Wheel. He's got a nice hit point sub there, 20%, and then he's got critical damage and hit points and more attack subs in there. So he's actually got a bit of extra attack with the crit damage and that, but with a fair amount of hit point too. I mean, he needs more defense really to be really good. If we move on, we won't go through all the units. Well, I've just ruined Susano, this free rune removal yesterday, and just such a good unit. And again, it's a wonderful set on this now because 14,000 hit points and has that nice passive plus 1,336 attack. It's a lovely amount of attack, and again with over 200 speed, 80 crit rate, 150 crit damage. Lovely little build here. I use a lot of 5-star runes, as you'll see, but again here 26% hit point and 18% attacks, nicely grinded rune. We've got attack 24% there and attack 27% there. So that's what I've got on this unit. It's got some of my better runes on, where it's got so much extra attack. So you've got a 27% there, and then you've got a 24% there, and an 18% there, all grinded. You've got to be doing your R5, you've got to be doing your grinds. One of my most used units is my Molong. Yes, people use him violent, but I want him fast, and I don't have the violent sets to make him fast enough. So his Swift Wheel. Everything's grinded on him. Lovely. Need that one speed grind there on that slot 5. But he's fully grinded. He's 245 speed, 40,000 hit points. Like, over 1,000 defense. He's a real solid unit. Brilliant unit to use. My twins are actually, I don't have many Violent sets of people. I'll run it on Violent. Yes, you should run your twins on Violent, but I've got one on Despair for a spare set that I had, and one on Fatal, just with a load of attack on both of them. Because with my dungeon team stuff, people know that I don't farm much, so I'm not so fast. So I just tend to just shove some, and they still do their job, and they can still run dragons, even though I don't really run dragons. But they still do a job. Ariel, I do use, and he's in my arena defense for the end of the week as well. And as you'll see, he's got almost 40,000 hit points, 217 speed, and 218 speed. And he's lovely, and he's double nemesis as well, and these are well grinded. Speed and hit point grinded there, then everything's grinded out there. Hit point and speed grinded out. Just everything that I can grind, apart from that slot 6, is grinded. Which means he's anti-lush on 100%. You ain't gonna lush in him, he's gonna cut in. So that's his job, and that's what he does. And I also like using him in Siege as well. It's a really good protection unit. I've actually been using Theo, Leica, Ariel, him with the protection. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of wins with that. My Psalmer, again, I use him now on Arena offense. I've got a load of speed on him. 217 speed. He's on Despair Nemesis. As you can see, lots of grinds again. Nice rune there, 25% attack. So he's got plenty of extra attack, and I know a lot of people want him attack, critical damage attack, but I say I like the speed. So he packs a punch, but not a huge punch. But obviously when he dies and comes back, then that is quite a substantial hit. My tail is actually on Rage with Nemesis, because I had a few spare Nemesis. I wouldn't necessarily run him on Nemesis. But again, he's got a lot of grind on him. I just don't use him huge amounts yet, because he's got no skill ups. I can't wait to get skill ups on him, but he's well ruined. You know, so we're talking 10 speed here with a load of crit damage, a load of crit rate, nice attack, nice hit point. I mean, he will be ready to go, and we'll have some fun with him once I've skilled him up. Beretta's just for TOA. Now this unit here, I love him, one of my favourite units in the game. As you see, the runes represent how good he is and how much I like him. So we've got the 22,000 hit points, we've got over 1,000 attack, we've got some defence, we're at 201 speed, crit rate 69, could be a little bit better, but you can't glance. And then critical damage of 154%, and this is a vampire set. You have speed, you got the speed, and that's just a 5-star rune. Again, everything grinded on this. Everything I can grind, I've grinded. This unit just kills off a whole lot of things, and you know, a lot of these are 5-star runes. I mean, these aren't 6-star runes. People, you need to just optimize the runes you have, not just hope for 6-star legend runes all the time. Some of my best runes are purple, and I've even got some rare runes that you just get with 6 speed, and then they double roll speed, and before you know, you got 18 speed on it. Then you put a speed grind on it, and you got 22 speed. So if you got blue grinds that have got speed in them, keep them and roll them no matter what. And if they don't roll right, then you get rid. My Juno here, she's speed, hit point, standard build. Some people have a bit of defense if they're going to use her in RTA, but it's generally hit point. Again, a load of grinds on her. I brought her speed down a bit because she got too fast and she outspeeding some Chloe's when I was trying to fight against Chloe, so I brought her from, she was about 250, so I brought her down to 221. Again, 31,000 hit points, 1,000 defense, real solid unit. My Chloe, which I use a lot of people are using now for protection, especially like kind of like a shield will, isn't it? She kind of covers it. Both, you can have them slower nuke units take place. Again, I used to have a faster, but my faster set's actually gone onto Vela, I think I put it on. So here we've still fast unit, still 276, sorry. And I've got over a whole lot of, she's on Swift, and she's hit point, defense, again, loads of speed, not even a speed grind there, but she used to be fully speed grinded, but now she's actually got 2 that she can grind, so I can make another 5 speed out of her easy. But yeah, I use her quite a lot. Run through now to the Zaros. I'd like to change him onto Will, but he's just so, there's such nice runes on him. I never change him, but again, he's speed, critical damage, and attack. Again, you see all the speed subs. Here we do best we can. It's not even fully grinded, but even that, he's still 210 speed. 95% crit rate as well. I mean, it's not got the hugest attack, but I mean, he still hits hard and does what he does. I like him. I use him with Galleon quite often. I quite often use him against a Chaz Theo. I'll go Galleon, Zaros, Lag. And even if they've got wheel ruins, they hit so hard they can even hit through the wheel ruins, and it's really well ruined. If we carry on through and down, these are my PvP twins. I'll just focus on the show you. You see 230 here. Keep her nice and fast. She's on Swift. Now do outspeed. Obviously she can stun and defense break, and someone else can follow through and do the job. I sometimes use her with the other set. She used twins with a Garo lead or something, and suddenly she's 260. And yeah, that ruins a lot of teams. So I've also got another set of twins. They're slow and just purely made for damage for the beasts, really. And I've got a second Leica as well, which is just a huge hit in Leica. He's slow, but they say over 2,000 attack, and he's on will, fatal will, so he hits so hard. I think he can hit for up to 70,000, and that's every other turn. It's crazy. Onto Vela. I acquired this monster only at Christmas, and I love him. He's my first RTA choice every single time. almost no matter what. I've got him at 265 speed, 20,000 hit point. I've not got mine tanky, I've got mine crit damage. So he's a new build because his second hit's really hard. So I've got 1,500 defense as well. He's shield, swift, so his speed, his critical damage rune is one of my favourite runes I've got. It hasn't got crit rate, but if you just look at that, 1,000 extra hit point, 26 speed, some defense as well. Yeah, lovely rune. Let's say here 21% hit point, 14 speed, 20 plus speed. And yeah, he's got nice runes on him, and he does his job. Sniper, I put him on a nice swift build, but I changed him over because he's not as good as I think he's going to be. He requires so much setup. He's got to be hit. You've got to protect him. So I've put him on rage for now and just spared Nemesis set I had. And you know, they're not even maxed yet. That's on 12 and that's on for me. So he will have over 200 crit damage. I will try him out, see how hard he hits with it. But as you get higher up in Guild Wars and stuff, yeah, I don't think he'll particularly do the job. Okay, Sierra. This is the build most of you won't think I've got on a monster. 212 speed, 26,000 hit points. You've got to build your Sierra with a lot of hit points. It's just a must. She can't be squishy. It's just so good. And I've actually got her on Will Despair. And yes, Despair does work. Fire is always going to be the best way. Fire is broken. All your monsters on Fire is always going to be best. I don't like running my monsters on Fire. I don't like winning by luck. I like winning because I'm better. So whether that puts me behind or not, which it normally does, I don't care. I like to have my monsters ruined and not rely on Fire all the time. So that's why I do it. And yeah, she's just grinded out everywhere. She's speed, hit point, attack. And I've got a few attack subs in there and that, which makes her attack 1,167, which is fine. Bit of critical rate there. Her actually is 45, could be better, but I can always run her with Gani if I want. My Lushan, this is my fat Lushan, 210 crit damage, 100% crit rate, which I love the 100% crit rate. He could have more attack, but I haven't got the best rage runes in the world. And again, he's attack, crit damage, attack, but he's not even really had much grinds on it. There's not much I can do with him, but he does his job. He hits 10k card, which is enough. If I run through, this is Taurus. I'll use him as a shield wheel. I sometimes, as I said, sometimes use Malaka and Taurus and an Arnold or Kum, whichever one I haven't used, against another Susanna, Orion and Garo. So again, same as all. He's actually, he's speed attack. But I think I've got a lot in subs. Have I got a hit point in subs? Oh, apparently not. Well, he has still got 16. He can still take the Garo hit because it's shield wheel. Garo double hits will not kill him and never has killed him. So he still takes it. So he's still got, as you look there, 8 and extra 17,000 hit points and the shield on top. He's again 213 speed. My Sierra's 212 in case I use him with him. So my Malaka and my Taurus are both like a 1 or 2 speed faster than my Sierra in case I need that. Sometimes I do in certain levels of TOA hard. We'll move on. These are my 2 speed Lushans. They're both 203 speed. This is my better one. He is fatal, which is attack, crit damage. So all that 100 extra speed is just simply in subs. 19 there, 23 there, 21 there, 8 there, 16 there, 13 there. It is a really well built Lushan. Loads of hit points, loads of extra attack, loads of speed. Yeah, he's really good. I really enjoy him. My China is not built quite as I want her, but I've made her really tanky. She's got hit point on swift wheel, so it gives her almost, what's that, 37,500 hit points at 213 speed. So she's alright. My Retish, love him, 40,000 hit points, 210 speed, over 1,000 defense, as solid as they come. Fire wheel, speed, hit point, loads of grinds. Lovely monster. My lag, as I say, He, again, the same as Terror, he is rage, so he is speed, crit damage, attack, 211 speed, plenty attack, 213 crit damage, he does a lot of damage. My Gani, again I use him swift, will, plenty of speed, plenty of hit point, so he's speed, hit point, 30,000 hit points, 260, no, what is he, sorry, 277 speed. So nice and fast. It's actually faster than I thought. I didn't even realise he was that fast. Nice. So I use him a lot in RTA. I also have a team that I use him. Yeah, I use him everywhere. He's just one of them monsters you can use everywhere. And then we've got Wasting. I've not started using him so much. He's not fully skilled yet, but he's just got bitty ruins on. But the bitty ruins that it's just Nemesis played energy, a bit of everything. But he's got the hit point of a speed 23, then a crit damage with the hit point and speed, an attack with the speed. Again, I've just 31,000 hit points, 203 speed. He's a lovely unit like that. And yeah, he works well on Vio, but I've not got the sets to be putting. I've just changed my Druid over yesterday to have fun with. So I did have it on Vio wheel. Seemed broken. Seemed like Vio just never worked on him ever. So I thought, no, I want to nuke him out and have some fun with him. So that's exactly what I've done. So I brought the speed down a lot on that. But if you see the defense straight away, he's got almost 2,300 defense, 142 crit damage, 72 crit rate, and still managed to get 21,000 hit points out of it. And that's through energy runes. As I say, people are so interested in making their units Vio that a lot of the time they just forget about other ruins they've got. Now I'll tell you straight right now, an average ruined Vio monster is going to do nothing for you. Especially if you go up in the game, just nothing. If you can't ruin a monster well on Vio, ruin it on something else. I'm not debating the fact that a well-ruined Vio monster is the best, because it pretty much is. But any person's only going to have a certain amount of well-ruined Vios. So just use your other sets. It doesn't need to have to be a set. I mean, you see a lot of top players have loads of broken sets and that. You just use your best ruins where you can. We say of this ruin, I've got him defense, critical damage, defense, plenty of speed subs, lots of grinds, critical rates and that. It's a nice build, and you know, it's a double energy build, but look at it, it double energy will, but it does its job, and he hits hard, and a 2,300 defense, brilliant. My elder just got on Wednesday. I've got him on violent energy. He has speed with the nice hit point, and hit point again. Really grinded out. A lot of them are grinded out. And I say he's got 212 speed with 41,000 hit points. 1.2k defense. Lovely monster. Okay, just a couple more monsters to show you. We've got Kabila, 302 speed. She's broken. Speed 42. Attack, because it's just a 26% speed sub. And accuracy, and that's not even been grind, that's just 16. Then we have 24 there, 23 there, and 21 there. Nice fast unit. I use her in arena all the time. I almost always get the first go because I use a Basama. So she's up at about 340 when I start. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to show you my iris, because I'm very proud of my iris because I re-ruined it. I managed to get 30,000 hit points. So we've got 30,000 hit points at 227 speed. Will, despair, speed, hit point, again. As you see, everything's grinded, everything needs to be grinded. And then I'll just show you, I have my Jolton, which is Will, so he doesn't get destroyed straight away, and again he's 43,000 hit points, a bit of extra speed and defense. Just great unit for siege, great unit for siege. My Ammed up, I use him in bits and bobs here and there. Could be fast, I'd like him faster. But his rage, because his attack's actually based off speed, so he actually hits really hard. So we've got him on speed, crit damage, hit point. He was really, I nuked him. I did speed, crit damage attacking, but I've changed that since then. And yeah, my Fae is just, again, a broken set. It's speed, critical damage, attack. You see, like 18,000 hit points, 800 hits about 23. Not a real nukey one, but it's a reasonably fast one. I don't really use her much anymore because there's a video you saw before. She's pretty broken. She doesn't really ignore hardly ever, so forget it. The last one I'll show you, which I use all the time, my long Icarus, as you've seen in some of my videos, is my Icarus. I love this unit. It's Swift Will. As you see, she has 38,000 hit points, or 37.5. Close, 900 defense, 210 speed. She often goes after the Molong. Occasionally things cut it, but yeah, it's a hit point with and she's got room to be grinded. Speed 16 in there. Hit point. So you try and get as much hit points as I can in subs, and that beautiful unit. So yeah, they are my units. Excuse me. People know that I don't farm much now, but remember I did farm for 2.5 years in this game. I've been on this game now, like, I don't know, 4.5 years. So I've been on the game a long time. I still do use my energy. I still do raid. I still do run giants. I just don't use crystal refills. But the amount of energy the game gives you now, the game's giving you hundreds of energy per day. Quite often in these events and stuff, you're constantly getting energy put in your box. And I do use all that energy. So I'm still using energy in giants and stuff, but I just don't use refills. I just don't farm. Just come on, do a little bit and go off. So I still do it. Hope you like that, and that's all my ruins, and let's see where I'm at. Alright, cheers guys, Woody out.